deployed. Make her only stand here, make her roles complete. All we waited for now, past and future meet. Get your weapons ready, kiss loved ones goodbye. Now our time is coming, and it is not the time to cry. Settle wrong from right. In the time of conflict, when the bullets fly, in the space of seconds, a life you cannot buy. Face the facts before you, face the simple truth. We're hopelessly outnumbered, it's tragic but it's true. Make your last formation, take the final road. Now it's time for endings, now it's time to go. Fight the war. There we go. What's up, everybody? Hello, wonderful people of the internets. How is everyone doing today? It's good to see all of you. Welcome to Saturday evening, mid-20s, I believe. Actually, let me check. Well, what is it actually out here in the big city? It is, as we speak, don't tell me it's my wrong password phone. What is the actual temperature right now? What is the actual temperature? In New York City, it is precisely 37 degrees. That's what I thought. Not even close to mid-20s. Totally wrong. Well, yes, so high 30s right now in New York City, and it is Saturday after Thanksgiving, and I hope everyone is doing well. I am doing very well myself. It is a pleasure to have in here Wyval, TNS. What's up, Sargon? Hello, Ramir. What's up, Prince Lion? What is up, Not Diddy? What's going on, Mercurius? What is up, Kilobyte? Hello, Kanumi. What is up, Got No Game? What is up, Godot? What is up, Arcades? Hello, Apples. What is up, Shadowed? What is going on, Fallen? Good to see everybody here today. Pleasure to have you all here. I hope everyone enjoyed not only their Thanksgiving, but the days afterwards. I had a wonderful last couple of days, actually. Yesterday, I had mentioned to everybody that I was going to have friends over, and so I only had time for a very short cast yesterday, about an hour, and then I had to go pick up my friend from the train station, so I did that. And then I was having two friends over, I thought, and then it turned out I brought them back, And I walked in, and there was like 6 other people because my wife had planned a surprise party for me for a few things, for my birthday, which is actually a couple of months ago now, but and for my promotion to full professor, which was also some months ago now, and for the successful Kickstarter, which was a number of months ago now, and for another thing that I can't talk about on the publishing side. And so it was sort of like a multiple celebration, and it was a complete surprise. I had absolutely no idea. So I had a bunch of friends of mine, and it was awesome. We had about, I guess, 11 or 12 people here, and we ended up playing, basically when friends come over, it's board game time. So we were playing games like Word on the Street. We played Wise and Otherwise. We played a kind of, some of you may have heard of Cranium, but this is not Cranium. This is Cranium Party Playoff, which is where you take a bunch of topics and put them against each other, and basically everyone just sort of like explains why something should be good or not good or whatever. Anyway, it was a great time. And then, so I had a great time, and I was up way too late last night hanging out with them. And then this morning, I had a D&D campaign that I was running, and so I ended up having my friend Russ had stayed over into the next day, and so Russ hung out, and 2 of our friends showed up basically about 15 minutes after we woke up because we were all so exhausted. And I was like, yeah, I had a surprise party thrown for me, so I'm not really running on all cylinders today. I apologize. What's up, Batty? So it was pretty funny, and then we ended up having a really good session. We played through we're playing through Horde of the Dragon Queen, and they are in chapter 1 of Horde of the Dragon Queen. This is the one that I'm going to be bringing the Infinity Beyond crew through eventually. They're going to be doing Horde of the Dragon Queen, and it's been a lot of fun, and so they had a blast, and and we're going to be doing another session in a few weeks. So pretty much it was an awesome couple of days, favorite kind of days to have. Anytime I can spend time with friends and family and play board games, pretty much that's a good couple days. So I had an awesome time. And so I am glad that everyone is here. You watched a competitive Counter-Strike Go match. Yeah, I saw you guys talking a little bit about the competitive Go match. That's cool, man. I should actually check some of those out. I remember being amazed back in the day watching some like really top Unreal Tournament players play, and I was always really impressed at the skill. It's not the kind of thing that I would want to like. It's not my type of game, and it's not something I'd want to watch all the time. But it's like every so often I like watching a speed run just because I'm amazed at what they do. Like I was watching someone speed run Wild Arms, and I didn't even know you could like speed run that game. But it was a bunch of like glitches that they were doing and that kind of stuff. I'm not a huge speed run guy, but I admire the skill. And every so often I'm just like, man, check that out. So it was cool stuff. Hey, what's up, Bill? Good to see you. So I had a great time. I really enjoyed myself. I hope everyone else had a good time, and it was great. My wife was really pleased too because it was basically like herding cats because all my friends are always so busy doing stuff. But and it was funny because a friend of mine who came over to hang out with us on Thanksgiving ended up coming back the next day because I had invited him to Thanksgiving. I'm like, oh yeah, come to Thanksgiving, it'll be fine, and he came to Thanksgiving. I never had any inkling that he was going to be coming back the very next day as part of the surprise party thing. So I was pretty impressed. It was funny. Like in the end, I was like, yep, that's good stuff. Even my daughter knew about it for about an hour and never told me for that hour, which was pretty impressive. So yeah, good stuff. Anyway, so we are back at it tonight. I told you guys that the schedule was going to be up and down, but I have managed to get some casts in despite the busyness of the holiday schedule. So we're going to be playing tonight for a couple hours, and then I will be doing some work tomorrow, and of course Monday I'm teaching, so that is out. So the next time I will see you again will be on Tuesday, and then we'll be back to my regular schedule for a few weeks, Tuesday day, Thursday night, and Friday night, Friday afternoon into evening schedule, and we'll be doing that for a few weeks, and then when the winter breaks hits, hopefully we'll be doing some longer streams and some extra streams here and there. I'm hoping that I can maybe get in a couple of marathon sessions with Series Runner to do some more Divinity Original Sin, because I've been having some fun. We had a lot of fun doing that, and it's just a matter of getting the time for us to be able to do it. So hopefully I'll be able to do that. In the meantime, while we're doing our regular casts, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney today, we're going to be possibly finishing up episode 4 for this session. And then I've got one more episode of the game left, episode 5. And then when that's finished, I'll be finishing up my Ultima Underworld run. And then when that's finished, it's on to either Dragon Age Inquisition or possibly Trails of Sky or possibly Assassin's Creed 4. After that game is finished, it is the next Fighting Fantasy game book, which is Talisman of Death. And then after that, I don't know. Then we'll sort of see where things stand, which game I want to play next. The only thing I do know is that there's a pretty good chance that Thursday, December 18th is going to be Shadowgate. The remake. I'm going to be having an interview with a couple of developers from that, and also have some giveaways of the Shadowgate game. So I'm looking forward to that. That's probably going to be Thursday, December 18th. As soon as I have something absolutely locked down, I'll let you guys know. And the last thing is Obsidian, the Pillars of Eternity folks. I'm going to be having an interview with them over the next couple of months as well. But again, I don't have a date or time completely set as well. But that said, I hope everyone is having a good time. And why am I, what? Oh my God, dude. What? So here I am going on talking about how you guys are awesome, and what to my wondering eyes should appear but a Borderlands pre-sequel from Durban, I fear. Wow. Durb, man. I don't know what to say, man. It's like, it's so much, I don't even, what else can I say that hasn't already been said? I really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. It's, again, I'm always very thankful for it, although I do not ever ask for games and I don't need them, but I appreciate them. It'll go into the giveaway pool. So thanks a lot, man. It's really nice of you. And I hope you're having a better day now that you're hanging out with us. It's good to see you, man. Thank you so much, and not necessary, but I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. I just, such great viewers. What can I say? Amazing people. I've said it so many times. It just continues to be true. Thanks, Derb. I appreciate that, man. Okay. So what was I saying? Oh, yes. So I was saying that you guys are the best. And I was saying that Obsidian Pillars of Eternity interview will be coming out soon as well. But for now, we are moving on to some Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. And so, hopefully, with luck, this will keep everyone super entertained and excited. Let's get the window capture off for this, and turn on that. Hello, everybody. As, of course, I was playing my DM role today, I was wearing my, they call me Dice Whisperer shirt. So, and it was kind of rough for the party, actually. There were a couple times when the party was down. This first adventure, the first opening chapter of Horde of the Dragon Queen, is no joke. It's going to be interesting to see how Foom and friends, how, Inam and Ceres and Optic and all the rest of the folks, Sod and so on, how all of those guys deal with this situation, because it's not easy. It's definitely a tough, especially for level 1 and level 2 people, it's a tough opening adventure, but I like it. It's not unfair. It's just an adventure that they got to use their noodle. So it's been kind of fun to see this party go through it. And this party that I'm playing is very new. One of them is basically never played before, and then there's 2 experienced people, and then there's one person who's sort of medium experienced. So it's not like I shouldn't say very experienced, they're experienced, but they're not like veterans of like, many, many, many years. But they've been doing a pretty good job with it. They're sensible people. So, but yes. I've been having fun DMing for them, because D&D has always been my favorite game. But it was a good time, and now it is time for us to play some Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. And so with that, I say to you all, objection. Let's do it up. You got paid early, you're having a crappy day. Aw, man. Well, I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, it's a great game, Wyval. It really is a great game. I'm sorry, Derb, about that, but you're among friends now, man. And again, I appreciate it. You're too kind to me always, but I appreciate it, man. Okay, let's move that over there. Lovely. Wonderful. Okay. Let's make it happen. Ah, man, I always forget to pull up the sound. Gotta get the sound, man. Gotta get that sound. Actually, don't I have it? I think I have it bookmarked. Maybe I have it bookmarked. No, I don't. All right, hang on a second. Now I got the sound. Awesome. What sound is this? That's a good one too. Dun dun dun. Well, there's also this one. If we're gonna do sounds like that, how can we forget this one? Oh, I love Dramatic Chipmunk. Dramatic Chipmunk, how I love thee. I don't, however, love closing out the Law and Order sound. Da, da, da. Alright, there we go. It's your dream to one day be in a Call of Cthulhu game? Or after I make a witty remark? What's the witty remark? I wonder if I'm going to get... Yeah, but I wonder if I'm going to get muted for that. That's the problem. I love the yeah. Trust me, I do. I dig it. Get some glasses ready. I love it. All right, let's get moving on this one, guys. I am looking forward to this episode. Or the continuing of this episode. Because it's actually trial time. December 28th, 9:51 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby, number 2. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled last. A lot of things. Wog! What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Ooh, wow. Well, what are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge? Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. What? Ah, pal. No, it's Gumshoe. What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? I have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. It took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name, but that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. December 28th, 10 o'clock a.m. District Court. Courtroom, number 3. Hey, what's up, Law? Welcome in, man. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Right. Very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma. Your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. Also thanks to my ability to use a taser, I have illegally acquired evidence that was supposed to be taken by Phoenix. Somehow did not go to the police with this information, and therefore I'm going to win this trial, because that's the way it goes when Von Karma is concerned. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony. Is it... Oh, God. Why I left court. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I, went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I'd need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Very well. That's a completely pathetic excuse that has no support for this court, so I will obviously accept it until Phoenix Wright comes up with something brilliant. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. Why I left court. Cross-examination. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. Hold it! Then why did you leave? Objection. He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking? If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. I went to buy some food for Polly. Hold it! Food? Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker shack? Well, I kinda got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that. I see. So he was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. There you go, Sargon. I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyway. I'll hold it! You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep. Seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue. I'd need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. Hold it! I know, this judge is so terrible, Fauna. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? God, shut up, Von Karma. Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. I'm going to make you eat your own teeth in about 5 seconds if you don't shut the hell up. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. It's like me. I can't have holy water, and I can't be seen in sunlight. I know, right, Fauna? It was like when he was like, objection sustained. Like, he sustained his own objection. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? You've been saying the same thing now, over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. Does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Yep, exactly the case. Order. Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Ho! Now, this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi! From the DL6 incident. I thought the judge would have heard of it. It's such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see. That makes sense. Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? What? No fingerprints? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yup. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity because I'm a moron. No. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. No, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. Don't let it end. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we going to do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine the parrot for a little comic relief, Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine the parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to... Your Honor. The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Booyah! Take Mr. Von Karma up? I have been left behind a long time ago. Please explain. On his proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Order. Order. Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Hell yeah! Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. I'm cross-examining a parrot. Oh yeah. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name. The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please, testify for us. Witness testimony. Who is your owner? Hello, squawk. I'm gonna press him on that. I'm like, would you hold it? Would you say ... What does that mean? Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you gonna do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Cross-examination. Who is your owner? Squawk! Hold it! Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right. What do I say? Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly, what's your name? Polly, squawk! Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? Yes, it does. Ha! Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... No clues found on the scene. Defense attorney trapped in elevator returning from a lost trial with son Miles when bullet found in heart. After his arrest, fiance Polly Jenkins commits suicide. Ah, take that! The DL6 case file? That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on, then? Show us, or stop wasting our time. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name? Oh, God. What is it? Case summary, victim data, suspect data. It is in suspect data. Boom! Shakalaka. It's on the suspect data page, Judge. I'm an idiot. This page is all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly! Exactly, Your Honor. He remembered the name of his fiancée who committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her, because no parrot has ever been named Polly. I see. I guess that is possible. Bah, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. You're married, Karma? Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more, if we can get just one more piece of evidence. Okay, sounds good, Derb. Right, but what? Very well, witness. You may continue. Hold it! Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me. Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot. Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Okay, let's see if we can get that out of her. This may not work. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. That statement... Yep, you're related, Apples. You are Von Karma's grandson, confirmed. Or granddaughter, confirmed. It was worth it. Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. It was worth it. Whoops! That didn't go so well. Alright. Hold it! Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right. What do I say? Okay, we already got what's her name. Let's go with what's the safe number. We'll get her to say the number of that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the number of the safe in the shack? 1228. 1228. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker? Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Because 1228... Oh my god. It fits because 1228 is today, the day when the statute of limitations runs out, and everything in this guy was about wanting to get revenge. Kaboom. Ha. Ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? Let's see. It would have been... No. DL6. DL6. This is going to show me when it happened. This is when it actually happened. Was 12/28/2001. That is what I thought. Take that! The DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something related to that safe number? God damn it, I keep forgetting what it is. Case summary. Case summary it is. It's on the case summary page. The case summary? Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28th? Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Ah, he used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Bah, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM's card number to 0001 because I'm number 1. Oh, Von Karma, of course you do. Don't you go changing, Von Karma. Don't you go change it. This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, 2 coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. Well, what are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. I know, right? Witness, tell us your name. Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order. Order. Yanni Yoga. Nice, Wyval. So was it you who killed Robert Hammond? And tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Hey, see, what's up, Law? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond. He said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent. Get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really. But he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancée, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Come, chameleon. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge? Against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent. In this case, at least. Very well. Would the defendant please take the stand? Oh, the icon in the top left is, that's my icon. It's actually a quill, Fauna. It's like a writing quill. And it was created for us by the spectacular Wyval. Lawkeeper also is a big part of making up that original logo. He came up with the original concept, and then Wyval sort of developed it for the logo here. And yes, I have free space because it's on DS. No, I bought this for Nintendo Wii, Law. They have it on WiiWare, so I bought it for Nintendo Wii. I'm emulating it because it's a lot easier to stream, but I have it on Nintendo Wii. I'm using an emulator, but I have it on Nintendo Wii. It's just easier to stream this way. It's a quill, like a writer's quill. Like, a writer's quill, like a old-style writing quill. There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Not guilty. Nice, I like that, Shadow. That is all. The court is adjourned. Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Uh-oh, what do I do? Objection! The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday, too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. The older nuts. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. Ah, damn it, Edgeworth. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare, that's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean, in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. Order. Order. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. Yeah, thanks for summarizing. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this, or indeed any case. I never wanted to be a judge, really. I always wanted to be a lumberjack. No. Bah! It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. December 28th, 2:24 p.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby, number 2. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, pal. I mean, you kill your dad. I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy! That's crazy! Nick? What are you doing? Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. Well, what are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. December 28th, 2:30 p.m. District Court. Courtroom number 3. Then I would like to resume our trial. Judge. Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of the limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Fauna. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth. 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth, which is not murder, by the way. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please. Witness testimony, the DL6 incident. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. But I have the bullet, though. There's something about the bullet. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream? We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. Bah! The same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination, the DL6 incident. That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe my father's trials. Hold it! Which one? What was the trial your father was involved in on that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Yep. Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case. 10 years ago. I don't remember the details. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. Hold it! So, there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator? Yes. Myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed and no one came to help, my father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Hold it! What did you do then? Elevator... No, they're not airtight necessarily, Apples, but there was an earthquake that probably had trapped them in there. So, like, the elevator shaft didn't have a lot of air in it either. I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then... Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. Hold it! What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up. What happened next? I picked it up and threw it to Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Hold it! I'm pressing a lot here because I want to get the details of when to jump in here. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So, you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. Hold it! The gun fired once? Yes. I think, after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. The scream? The scream may have something to do with it. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. Hold it! The 9-year-old could hold the gun, but that's not the concern. It's got something to do with the bullets. To this day, yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of the testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. I don't know what it means. I better find out and quick. Alright. Earthquake struck. Father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure. Since something heavy fell at my feet, I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Single gunshot. Alright. Now, let's take a look at the situation here. Trapped in elevator. 1 bullet found in heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. Fired twice. Objection! Knew there was something about that gunshot. Are you sure you only heard 1 gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. But that doesn't make sense. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. Shut up, Von Karma, you're losing. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence, unless you can tell us which page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? Which one of those 3 long pages? Victim data. The answer is victim data, Von Punka. Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. I have this image like I'd be like a defense guy at that point with the football team like revving up the crowd. Miles Edgeworth only heard 1 gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? What's up, Rippin? Shadow Mortar's a great game, man. Good to see you, dude. And yeah, it is a great game. Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point. Mr. Wright, the murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case? Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. But what? Impossible! Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol was related to this incident? Yes, I do, because of this bullet. Take that! Mr. Wright, please think how we feel having to look at this evidence time and time again. Every time you show us ridiculous evidence, I feel, well, mocked. I mean, I really don't mean any harm by it, Your Honor. Not meaning any harm and not doing any harm are 2 different things, Mr. Wright. Try again, Mr. Wright. Screw off. That's a good one. Showed you the freaking bullet. So, it's true, Wyval. So when the gun went off, my guess is that when the gun went off the first time, the shot went through the window, right? At that point, the second shot would have been used to kill him because the first shot was there. So it had to be fired twice. Bullet here, bullet here. That's it. There's 2 shots. 1 gunshot there, 1 gunshot there. There's your damn evidence. Take that. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. Because he got fired twice. I concede that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please get a clue. Oh, God. Yes, please let me do that. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. Thank God Phoenix did it. The bullet went through and hit the glass. How? If Edgeworth is what did it had like the magic bullet? It went through his heart and then somehow took a right turn at Albuquerque and ended up going back out the window. The only way it would have gone through his heart is if he had kneeled down so that his heart was in front of the window and then the bullet somehow pierced his heart and the window behind it. That's the only way that would have worked. And if that were the case, it would have had the impact markings on the bullet. And the bullet that they have in the bag shows that it doesn't have those impact markings. It was just a clean shot. So it just was the one that got hit through. The shot came from outside the elevator? No, they were in an elevator shaft. How? There's no way to do that, Wyval, because they're in the middle of an elevator shaft. They weren't on a floor because the earthquake had broken the elevator. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol, yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Grassy knoll, exactly. Order. Order. What's up, Demiser? Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Oh, what an idiot. It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary, that's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. No, because the other bullet shot through the glass into the wall. He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. Yes, a bullet hole-shaped bullet. Order! I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. God, how did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick? If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No, but you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought the 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it, I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick! Exactly, Wyval. Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. Exactly, Wyval. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention. Yes, I did. Oh, no. He's confessing. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There's so many things I know I should be saying. My mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright. Objection! Your Honor. I object. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object, Oof. Nick? I don't know. His case is perfect. Oh no, Grah. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing? The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. There's one more episode after this one, Rippin'. And the next game up after this is I'm finishing my Ultima Underworld run. And then it's on to either Dragon Age Inquisition or Trails of Sky or Assassin's Creed 4. That's what's up next. It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers, Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It exists. What? But we've just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer! The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet. Why would he? I know, right, Wyval? Huh? First of all, how would he have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? Of course there was a need. That's why he took it. Bah, what possible reason could he have had? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with him is... maybe he thought that the bullet would be used as proof? Proof? It was a special bullet, so he took it with him. If that was the case, then he would have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? Why would he only take one of the 2 shots fired? Oh, right. Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? We would have to penalize you. Oh, god damn it. Oh, this isn't going so well. There's some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet. Oh, well, the murderer was a very cautious sort, you see. That's why the murderer had to search for that bullet. Yeah, no, exactly. Just pulls it out. Assassin's Creed vote is your vote, yeah. If that was the case, then he would have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? Why would he only take one of the 2 shots fired? I already said this. Ah, you son of a bastard. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Bah, the murderer had no reason to take that bullet. We don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. Had to take it? The murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance... Instance what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. What's up, Z-Zombie? Good to see you, man. So at the time of the murderer himself was shot, and he left with the second bullet still inside, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. So the first bullet that went off was the one that Edgeworth threw, hit the murderer, and then the murderer shot Edgeworth through the heart and went through the window? That's pretty rough. Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other 2 people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. The 2 men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges, and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. Ah, the boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. The bullet pierced through the glass outside, but what that means then is that the elevator was not stuck in the elevator shaft. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick! Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. He was shot. I knew he was the murderer. The glassy knoll. There you go. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean... it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh, man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? I am saving this right now. I am taking no freaking chances. I'm not going to go through that entire chapter again if I'm wrong. I'm taking no chances. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. I know. He's pushing for a confession. But remember, Wyval... What's up, Thorg? Wyval, remember, though, Karma is a megalomaniac, right? The guy is off the rails in his perfectionism and his obsessions. So, if there's any guy who's going to be driven to be like, what? You can't handle the truth. This is what it is. Who is your suspect? My hands are shaking. What? Von Karma. Von Karma? You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor? Sitting right there? Ha! You don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? It's not cheating. Listen, I'll tell you exactly why I did it, Z. I've had one other case playing this game where I ended up getting something wrong, and chat had to watch as I sat through 15 more minutes of playing the exact same thing I did to get up to that point. That strikes me as silly. And so far I haven't gotten it wrong, by the way. So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury for the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick! Let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. But where? Ah, he used the bullet, that same bullet, to shoot, whatchamacallit, to shoot what's-his-face, Hammond. Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... found in the victim's body, ballistic markings match the murder weapon's barrel. Hope this is right. Take that! What exactly is that? Sorry. Judge, if you would. God damn it. No. God damn it. See, that's what I'm saying. See, I would have to go back and play this entire chapter again. I thought it was the bullet. Okay, so he's still got the bullet in him. There's a suspect, one lone suspect. This way I only have to go through about a minute of this. Who's your suspect? Von Karma. Yeah, I don't know. You know, that's funny, Messiah. I wonder if I could actually do that. That might actually work. I might even try that. That would be hard to remove a bullet from yourself. Maybe if you're Jason Bourne. I mean, I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to save this here so I don't have to go through that whole section again. I'm saving it here so I don't have to go through that whole thing. Jello bullet. The thing is that I have those 2 bullets, and I still have the bullet from the bag. And I don't know. I still feel like... I don't know. I still feel like it works, but... Ice bullet. Oh my god. Okay, that bullet has to be somewhere. But where? In his shoulder still. So let's see if I can show evidence using the metal detector. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery. You were right, Messiah. Good call. Leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There is the possibility the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. I refuse. You refuse? Refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you? You were right, Messiah. Wow. Good stuff, man. Order, order, order. It did occur to me that the bullet might still be inside him, but the thought about laying that is crazy. Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Exactly, feasted on the doctor's blood. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma? You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. Right, I'll bet you do. Unbelievable. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation. Notice how he always uses his left hand. I have no obligation to prove anything. It is you who must prove something here, Mr. Wright, not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday, and I'm going to save it for the same reason that I've been talking about, because I don't want to have to go all the way back through it. So far, I've had 2 fails on this, so... Yeah, exactly. Take out the bullet, compare its marking, if I can even do that. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close. 1 day away from freedom. You see, I have proof. But what? Who would have thought you would have dug your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. That's a bullet? Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Dracula, turning into a werewolf. That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Get away. Get away from my father. Bang. Warg. It's that scream I heard in the elevator. 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma. Only you would dare defy me. So, it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death, death. Wow. 15 years earlier. Mr. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Well, no. The scream was just to get him to lose it. Remember, Wyval, I was talking about that before with the whole you can't handle the truth thing? I mean, the scream is just to get him to flip. Right? That was Edgeworth saying that makes him just go, brah. Edgeworth! Edgeworth, con! It was a shock like none had ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out in the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button and nothing happened. Then, hey, what's up, Gray? There was a noise. I was in pain. A horrible, burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then, it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge. What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. Yep. That's a good point. What's up, Rain Bucket? Well, it wasn't a blackout, it was an earthquake, and I don't actually know why they were taking the elevator down. It appears that we've come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Yep, save scumming his entire career. Oh, nice, Gray. That is all. The court is adjourned. That's awesome, Gray. December 28th, 5:38 p.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 2. Nick! Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? On Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. Yeah, it's true, Rain. I gotta say I'm impressed. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. I know, right, Demiser? So, it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know, try thank you. I see. Thank you for the follow, Rain Bucket. Welcome to the Argonauts. Thank you, right. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Oh, sorry. I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. Dear, dear. Whoop! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I know, it's really the parrot. Yeah, welcome to the Argonauts, Rain Bucket. Nice, my mods doing the job. You guys are awesome. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month, but who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth? You should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop! Edgeworth. Yeah, I love that follower sound. Edgeworth is like, so he's like, I feel foolish. Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all! Lotta! Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats! Thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Oh, you got dumped. Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick. I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Kianse. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Larry. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Huh? Thanks. I'm looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah. It's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. $38. It's $38, right? Huh. What a weird amount. So Larry was the one who took the money. That's why he was jumping up for him, because Larry was the one who took the $38. Hey, what's up, Burner? I mean, it's not little, it's not a lot either. $38 exactly? Nick! Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth at school? 38... No. No, Larry, it was you! What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? That doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored. He came into school anyway. He saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, Wright. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this is sure an unexpected turn of events, eh? Yeah, Missile and the Parrot live happily ever after. What's up, Shadow? Yeah, his name is not Harry Butts, it's Larry Butts. Edgeworth. You should have told me. Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. Well, there you have it. Ugh, where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, I'd call you a goody two-shoes to the extreme. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. Death! The death sentence for both of you. Man, if I only had known I'd have become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch right? Hey, y'all. Line up, I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go. And after that, dinner on me. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, although Edgeworth was still in detention. December 29th, 5:02 a.m. Wright & Company, law offices. And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for my meddling mouth. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's only 5 o'clock. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this, a letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you. But I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. That means Mia's gone, too. Goodbye? What time is it? God, the first trains for the mountains have already left. To the station! I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Maya! So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
Hold it!
Hold it! Wait. What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end, when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Oh god, show Maya some evidence to cheer her up.
Take that!
The parrot. Huh? Sorry, Nick, I guess I don't understand. Well, now that I think about it, I don't understand this evidence either. It's okay, you don't have to try and cheer me up. But one day I'll come back and be useful, I promise. Damn it, that parrot was gonna do it. So, bye. Bye. Thanks, Nick. Show her the badge. Show her the badge! I should have shown her the badge. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I got a bad feeling about this. Hey, pal. Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a Happy New Year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoop! Detective Gumshoe! Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kinda like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Huh? Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call a cheap date. Huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah. Oh, Larry. I know, right, Wevel? Who? Right? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know that I beat it. I think there's one more episode, Lego. Ah, the bellboy. Phoenix Wright. Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for, yes. Oh, you should know I've taken over management to the Gatewater Hotel recently. Should you be in the area, please stop by. I have it for Nintendo, as I've been saying, Burner, I have it for Nintendo Wii. I bought it, the WiiWare game, but it's a pain in the ass for me to stream it, so that's why I'm using this. Ahem, oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright? Ah, yes, Mia's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. I haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Hey, Frosty, what's up? Oh, definitely Apples. He was definitely going to be the manager, right? Phoenix Wright? He an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Did you know that they're finally putting some of Hammer's movie on DVD, one of those box set things? Not that I know what DVD is, why they use 3 little words for everything these days. Am I supposed to keep it on straight now, huh? Hellboy. I'm pleased to announce The Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know. What, is he the Pink Princess? It's troubling. Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway? Right? Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright. But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day. And I saw her. The one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ugh, what a dog. It was kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age. Ah, Cody. Cody. Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Oh, me? Oh, I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them there's a ghost. Oh, for real? Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. Interesting Wyval, maybe. But he's not a defend. He's not a. I thought there was some crossover though from him from one game to the next though. So I don't know. There's the photo. Oh, and there was a ghost. Mia. Nice. Yep. Hold it! There is one more. Rise from the Ashes. A brand new episode has been added. That's what I thought. Yep. Alrighty. Well, I got about another 45 minutes, I think. Oh, man. Okay, let me take just a quick 2-minute break, then we'll get started on Rise from the Ashes. This is the final episode of this game, so we will play Rise from the Ashes, and then when I'm done, Ultima Underworld run, and then after that, on to either Dragon Age Inquisition, Trails of Sky, or Assassin's Creed 4. But there is going to be a giveaway at the end of this, and so I'm going to take about a 5-minute break or so. So please hang tight, and I will be back with you in just a moment. See you guys in a bit.
Through sand I'm slowly sifting, past land I'm slowly drifting. This ship I'm finally taking home. Each time I had to find it, each time I had to time it. This time I headed home alone. This run was easy business, this space that bore no witness, this time would be an easy score. I'd find it with no trouble, my profit I would double, I'd earn expenses back and more. So long to climb, so long to fall. In all the time, I almost had it all. Laces all the twos, a circumstance that's strange. My loss to choose, my future rearranged. The second week from land, my destination close to hand. We'd had no trouble yet at all. Then almost past my sight, I saw the bird in flight. I heard the albatross's call. This run was easy business, this space that bore no witness, this time would be an easy score. I'd make it with no trouble, my profit I would double, I'd earn expenses back and more. So long to climb, so long to fall.
All right, cool. All right, welcome back, everybody. We are moving on to the final episode, Rise from the Ashes, which I have heard is long. I'm a little nervous about, excuse me, about this because I have, as I told everyone a million times now, I have this, which I bought for the Nintendo Wii, for the WiiWare. What I'm worried about, though, is that I don't know that the emulated version... I mean, what the emulator I'm using should allow me to do it, but I know there's some crazy stuff that you have to do in here, like dust for fingerprints and stuff like that, I've heard. I don't know any of the details, but I heard that there's some like extra things that they added to it. So I'm hoping that the emulator will handle it. We will see. But we will see what happens. But in any case, we are going to get back into it, and I hope everyone is enjoying this so far. This is the final episode. Once I'm finished with Rise from the Ashes, then we are finishing up Ultima Underworld. It'll function. It'll be finicky, but it'll function. Okay. All right, cool. So we'll do that, and then when this is done, then we're moving on to finishing the Ultima Underworld run-through, and then it's on to either Trails of Sky, or Assassin's Creed 4, or Dragon Age Inquisition. So we will see. Guess what? Yeah, I finished the last case. What's up with Intent? Yeah, I did. It was cool, man. I liked it. I really liked it. Taking down Von Karma was pretty sweet. I hated that guy. What's up, Law? Guess what? What? Guess what? Okay. All right, well, let's do it then. Let's get on to Rise from the Ashes, the final episode. Let's do it. Two murders at the same time. Okay. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. February 22nd, 10:02 a.m. Wright and Company Law Offices. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are, finally! Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow! Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. You're the famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Ms. Mia Fey no longer works here. So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Oh, wait. You're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief, then. Oh, you're better than nobody. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please! I'm out of time! But please, you have to help. It's my sister. Maya? Could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Oh, thank you so much! My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? Present to you my coffee boy badge. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy. Or maybe just young? Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I'm said to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known. At my age, no less. So what exactly is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job. At my age, no less. Great, another future professional in training. So what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. So it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness. Just talk to her. You have to talk to her. Right. I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but that's interesting. How would she know Mia? Lots of capitals and exclamation. Right, CSI, Anime Bulletin Edition. Oh my god. See, Apple. Hat, goop, that earwigs, faster, thug, maker, sandwich, dramatic finish! Congratulations, Apples, you made an anime movie. So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigations should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah. Sure can't fault her for lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically... There you go. Impossible. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. I guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. First I want to know about Mia. My sister asked for her specifically. Mia Fey, who was a few years below her in school. So she went to the same school as Mia. She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And, well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Mia? Yeah, I thought it was a little strange when I saw you too. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now,